Hey, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Whenever you're watching, so according to the time I have set, please take it at your own time. So, the next chapter that we'll be doing is chapter number 2, polynomials, class ninth, and I'm referring to NCRT book. So, you may refer whatever book you have. All right, fine. So the next chapter that we are doing is chapter number 2, polynomials. Okay. Now see, in class 7th and 8th you must have learned about the different algebraic expression. You must have studied about algebraic expression. So let me give you some examples. What it is? It is an algebraic expression you have done in class 7th. And how many terms it is having? 3 terms it is having. It is having 3 terms. So any algebraic expression which has 3 terms. So what do we call that? We call it as trinomial. Any expression which has only single term, we call it as monomial. Yeah. So this will be a trinomial. Trinomial. Similarly, if you have single term, let's say x, any other variable, whatever other term, but single term should be there, or you can say xy. So this is your monomial, right? Now any expression, algebraic expression which has more than 3 terms, so we'll call it as polynomial. Let's say xy plus y square plus 3 plus 6, something like that, 6x. So this will be called as polynomial. It will be called as polynomial. So with the help of example, you came to the fact that what is actually the polynomial is. So now we are going to deal uh, with different properties of polynomial. The type of polynomial, the degree of polynomial. Okay. Then we'll be coming to different other properties like zero of the polynomial. Then we'll be using 2 theorems, remainder theorem, factor theorem. And at the last we'll be having algebraic identities. So first of all, what is actually polynomial that I have told you? Okay. Here in this chapter we'll be dealing with a specific polynomial. What will be that? The polynomial in one variable. The expression in one variable. Now that expression may have single term, that expression may have 2 terms, 3 terms, 4 terms, whatever number of terms are there, but that expression will have only single variable, single type of variable. So that kind of polynomial we are going to study. So polynomial having single variable. Now what is this variable? If I take this example here, this one, let's take this example. Now variables are what? They are, you can say, they are the entities which can assume any value. Let's say here if I talk about, let's say this one. If I talk about that x, x can be 3, x can be 5, x can be whatever value of x you are going to use according to the question, according to the situation that is given to you. That will be the value of x. But it depends that what question is there, what situation you are using the value of x. Okay. So the condition varies. So x can take any variable, any values. So x here, for x the value is not fixed, so that's why it is called as variable. Similarly here for y the value is not fixed, so it is a variable. So polynomial which is having single variable. Single means single type. Okay. Or one variable you can say. So the polynomial which is having one variable, we are going to deal with that type of polynomial. Okay. So I hope you have understood what is actually polynomial. It is an algebraic algebraic expression which is having more than 3 terms. But usually when you are going to see in this chapter further, uh, you will be seeing that the expression which is having two terms, that also we are calling it as polynomial. But in general we don't do that way. But students make the mistake of uh, saying like that. So that's why I've told you in the beginning itself. Alright. So now here we'll be seeing the, let's say, some examples of polynomial in one variable. Okay. For example, if I say let's take a square here. Okay. And whose side is, let's say, a square of side x, because the value of x I don't know. So I have assumed the value of x as the value of x as anything. The side of square is x. X can be anything. Okay. Now if I ask you what is the area of this square whose side is x. So in class 6, 7th and 8th you have studied, you keep on studying this formula. Area of a square is what? Side into side. Side of a square into side of a square. Here what side I have assumed? X. So area is given as side into side. Area of what? Area of square. So side into side means side is what? X here. So x into x. So now here can we write x into x as x to the power 2? Obviously we can write. If you don't know, then please go back to class 7 books or you can search on the net. Fine. I'm not going to go in that detail. Exponents we have done so many times. Alright. So this x square, you can call it as polynomial. Okay. Fine. Now here one thing you must be noting is the variable is only one type variable. And what is that? X. So in this you can say polynomial you are having, or you can say expression you are having single type of variable, that is x. So it's a polynomial in one variable. Similarly, if I assume let's say if I have a rectangle, fine, the length of the rectangle I am assuming it as x. The breadth of rectangle I am assuming it as x minus 2. So area of this rectangle, everybody must be knowing, area of this rectangle will be what? Length of the rectangle into breadth of the rectangle. So length is what? X into breadth is what? X minus 2. Yes or no? In class 7th you must have learned in algebraic expression chapter how to multiply the expressions. If you have not done that, in class 9th you must have studied how to multiply some algebraic identities. If you have not done that also, then I will tell you here, please concentrate. Now see here, when you have to multiply, you have to see this x will be separately, it will be separately multiplied by all the terms which are inside the bracket. So this x will be multiplied by this x first. So x into x will become x power 2. Then you will go to this term, minus sign is there, it will be minus sign here. Then again this x will be multiplied by 2, so 2x. X into 2 will be 2x. 2 into x will also be 2x. So now the expression that you are getting, the polynomial that you are getting, it is also of, in how many variables? It is a polynomial in one variable. Okay. So similarly, you can have whatever. Let's say this is also a polynomial in one variable. It is a polynomial in one variable. The power can be anything, but the type of variable you will be seeing only one type. So that polynomial will be called as polynomial in one variable. I hope it is understood. Yes or no? I hope so. It is understood. All right. Now the second thing that we will be discussing is coefficient. The next will be we'll take this example only, this one. Let's take an example again. Example can vary, it does not depend on the example, what example we are discussing. Okay, we'll just deal with the concepts only. The next concept is coefficient. Coefficient of term. Okay, class 7th you have studied what is the coefficient of any number, any term, so that we are going to deal with. So here coefficient, you have two types of coefficient. One is your numerical coefficient. Second is the coefficient of any variable of that term. Coefficient of any variable or any number of that term. Okay, I'll explain that. Let's take the example of this. Okay, I'll just leave these two. So if I ask you what is the coefficient of this term, numerical coefficient of this term. So for numerical coefficient, you will just see the number which is written here. So the numerical coefficient of 4xy is 4. But if I ask you what is the coefficient, what is the coefficient of x? So if I ask you what is the coefficient of x, then you will leave this x. Whatever is left after leaving x, that will become the coefficient of x. After leaving x from this term, okay, 4y will be the coefficient of x. If I ask you what is the coefficient of y, then you will leave this y, and whatever is left, that will become the coefficient of y. So coefficient of y will be what? You have to leave this y, and whatever is left, that will be coefficient of y. If I ask you what is the coefficient of xy, so you will leave this xy, and whatever is left here from this 4xy, leaving xy, so whatever is left, that will become coefficient of xy. Okay. All right. If I tell you, let's take an example. So we are dealing with what? With polynomial in one variable. Okay. Polynomial in one variable. So the question might be arising in your mind. So the algebraic expression and polynomial are the same part, same thing. Yeah. So see here, in polynomial, the terms, the variables, because in expression the variables may have any power. They may have positive power, they may have negative power, they may have fraction as a power. But in polynomial, the power should always be whole number. Now whole means what? 0 and positive, but not fraction. So power should be what? Power should be whole number. If all the variables in that expression have power as a whole number, then that expression will be called as polynomial. So coefficient, let's do this coefficient and then we'll come to polynomial. So if I ask you what is the coefficient of numerical coefficient, if I ask you what is the numerical coefficient of this term, so you will directly say 4. What is the numerical coefficient of this term? So you will directly say 6. Okay. We'll come back to this topic again in detail, but before that I have to tell you how to recognize that the given expression is a polynomial or not. So I'm giving you one expression, you will tell me whether it's a polynomial or not. Okay. Let's say x plus 1 by x. So you have to tell me whether this expression, now first of all you have to tell me how many terms are there in this expression. 2 terms. One is x and the next is 1 upon x. Now you have to tell me whether this expression is a polynomial or not. Now to categorize, so what is the condition that I have told you? Polynomial. In polynomial, you can write in polynomial. The variables have power as a whole number. This is the condition for recognizing that any expression is a polynomial or not. So here we'll see that whether this expression is polynomial or not. So what you have to do, you have to first write everything in the numerator. Means what I mean to say, all the variables should be written in the numerator if they are in the denominator. Okay. So here this is already written in the numerator. Okay. So what is the power here? If nothing is mentioned in the power, then you have to take it as 1. Alright. Plus. Now here I have told you that if you have to bring some variable in the numerator or in the denominator, then the power of that variable the sign of the power of that variable will change. So here see 1 upon x. Now here it is 1. Now if I have to bring it in the numerator, so this 1 will become minus 1. So the power will become what? Minus 1. So in this expression, one variable is such that its power is negative number and whole number is never negative. Condition is what? It should be a whole number, and minus 1 is not a whole number. It's a negative number, or you can say it's an integer. So for a expression to be a polynomial, all the terms, the variable in all the terms, the power of the variable in all the terms should be whole number. They should never be negative. So since this power is negative, so therefore this is not a polynomial. Okay, it's not a polynomial. And one more, let's say uh, so just tell me whether this expression is a polynomial. Think over it. You have to just see that the power has to be a whole number for all the terms, for all the variables in the terms. Okay, for all the variables. So here all the now this term here the variable is having power 2. Fine, all right, it's a whole number. But here the variable is a fraction, and fraction is not a whole number. So therefore this is also not a polynomial. Okay, I hope